God's Pirate here. God's Pirate. I just wanted to make a small video explaining to something that's been going on for quite some time. Now, you do know I want a YouTube channel that's not very political, and it's basically staying away from a lot of labels, and I'll tell you why. 99% of the things that's been going on since the year 2000 is always pointed towards the fact that we're limited. I think the biggest problem and the biggest argument I got is we're human beings and we have a brain, and this brain, well, it's very complex. The main reason why I do make suggestions, or I respond to a comment, is until the day I die, I will always know that you can't put an organization or an entity all into one basket. You can't say, well, you people or this people or the people that believe in that. No, we got some people that's got different religions. We have people that's got different ideologies. But my problem is, even if I'm arguing with you, I do know for a fact that if you're not following this whole idea that you must be labeled, so you must be put into a box, then you don't seem to understand basic human structure. We're very complex. We are a complex people. I'm not going to stand there and be labeled unless it's a Christian. Now, I would be more than happy to tell people that I am a Christian. But if you tell me your political standby, I am going to put on the back burner, but you still are a human being, and you still are very complex. And with or without reasoning, you can think. Now, in my own personal opinion, I am going to keep staying away from videos like this, because what they're doing is you're limiting the human brain. You're limiting, it's not just emotions, it's the whole knowledge process. And there is one thing I want to say without getting too many people upset. There's different levels of knowledge. Not intelligence, but there's different levels of knowledge. And there's also different levels of wisdom. We are very, very complex. And the one thing I don't want to do is get on YouTube and start arguing with people about what you consider right and what you consider wrong. Because even as a Christian, I'm very, very complex, because I still use my brain. I like to think outside the box. I'm not going to lose my value, and I'm not going to lose what I believe in. But being an American citizen, I also know that the people that even live next door to me are not going to believe in what I believe in. In fact, I'm pretty sure there's only one me. And I would really feel sorry for another person who wanted to be exactly like me. In fact, most people with common sense would probably wouldn't want to be anything like me, to tell you the truth. But we're very complex, and I like being complex. God knows that I need to make my life simpler. But my thought process, I'm telling you, I'm willing to listen to anybody. But I stand my ground on my beliefs, knowing that I am living in a place where anybody's actually allowed to think what they want. That's not the reason I made this video. The reason I made this video is I am not going to determine my whole life over a label. We didn't do that in the past, and I don't know why people use this as ammo. Just because I consider myself a certain somebody, you still got to live next to me. I ain't got no problem with it. We got to stop limiting other humans. They're smarter than that. A lot smarter than that. And I'm really hoping and praying that we gather enough knowledge to understand that we are each dealing with each other. And that just because someone put me down as a label doesn't necessarily mean that I'm thinking the same way that other people with the same label. I mean, I consider myself a Christian. There are some things that other Christians do that, well, I don't jive with that much. So do me a favor. Before you come on my comments or you comment on my comment, I got my beliefs and I got my values. But I do know for a fact that we as human beings are very complex. That's how we were made. Throw religion in it or not, we were created with a brain, and we need to start using it and stop labeling, because I'll guarantee you, my enemies, the ones who do label me, already limited themselves, because now they don't know what's going to come out of me. I'm too complex for this, and so are 100% of you. Now, you could stand there and limit yourself by labeling yourself, but I think we need to have a broader view of just about everything that we're fighting about right now. No, I'm not going to change my religion. I'm not going to change my thought process. But I'm not going to limit you either. I am going to stop you from calling other people out because you feel like that they deserve that label because they think a certain way. Now, you can call me a Christian. You can call me an American. Up until then, I didn't even know I was whatever political party I am. I never even looked at politics. I was scared of politics. Politics told people what to do, and, well, being a conservative with my own thinking, my own values, I don't necessarily believe what all conservatives do. Do you see where I'm going with this? We're all our own individual, and we all believe what we all believe. Stop limiting others, and maybe you might win that argument. God's pirate. Love you.